Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of GGRC. This is ArrrCee, and today we're checking out Forma.8 on the Nintendo Switch. This is an indie game. I guess it's been out on Steam for a little while, but it's now made its way over to the Switch, and it is a cool little sci-fi oriented Metroidvania type of game. You know, one of those adventure games where you grab upgrades and they help you unlock new areas in the game that help you keep exploring and keep fighting new enemies in different ways, and it's just like that. But this has a little bit of a twist to it, where you play as a flying robot. So there isn't any platforming to be had. Everything is done in the air, and you can see here, for my first game here, where I continue 1, I'm at about 24% into the game, about a quarter of the way through, but we're going to start a brand new game here. So I wanted to show off a little bit of the story, show off the beginning, because I think it shows off the game really, really well. Where I'm at in the game right now is really interesting. I like it. I think it's fun. But I think that the beginning of this game really shows off better as to what to expect from it. So you can see here, these conveyor belts are producing some kind of little robot head things here. One gets all of them. They get shot out all over the place. Take it out. Boof. And we play as that little guy right here. Now, as you can see, you are surrounded by total darkness. Until, finally, the light is shown. The window's open in this strange little area that you crash-landed into. And suddenly, you are awake and you can fly around. So you play as this little character here. I don't know if his name is actually Forma.8 or not. Or if that's the name of the place that you're trapped in here. But you play as this little flying robot guy. From what you could tell here, if you hit the button on the controller, you can bring up the map, and you can actually check out your collectibles, your health, and the map. You'll see over here where I'm flying around. That's sort of your objective marker, and the room that is highlighted in white is the room that you're currently in. So we've only unlocked one room, so you can't really tell, but once we go down here, you see, oh, okay. The one below that is now highlighted. That is the room we are in. So beginning of this game, you start with absolutely nothing. You're just using physics in your body to kind of move things around here. You got to solve puzzles before you actually get any of your abilities here. And you do definitely keep unlocking abilities as the game goes on, but you start off pretty weak. So this game it's all about puzzle solving, and it's all about exploration. You know, if you're into games where you have to explore, this is definitely the game for you. Because this game is pretty much all about exploration. That's part of the reason why I didn't want to show off my current game that I'm playing, because, believe it or not, I'm a little bit lost. I'm trying to find my way around. I didn't think it would be super entertaining to show you guys, like, look, here, I'm a little lost. Okay, we just grabbed that. Looks like we grabbed the soul of this little guy down here, but now we have this ability where we can, boom. We can explode crates and enemies. You see, we grab those little orbs right there, and that will refill our health. So the health in the very top left up there, that is our health bar. When we get hit, that goes down a bit, and you got to collect some of those little orbs there to get your health back. So when you hit B, you know, it's sort of this like little area of effect ability here. And if we hit this thing, that will unlock a door for us. Now you see from where we're at above us, there was another way to go. We could actually go to the left. I did not find a way to actually open up that way to the left, and a lot of the ways you discover later in the game, you can only access once you get new abilities and access new areas. So that area will probably be accessing a panel to the left of there to come back to the front. Because I did not find a way to get over there in my last game. But there are all kinds of alcoves and secrets and stuff throughout the game, so it's worth searching for all of them and trying to find them. So up here, so you can use your little body to push rocks over and break those up. And we grab this. Now what that is a key. If we head up though, we'll find ourselves a little secret area up here, but we can't access it. But we know it's up there, so we know that we can get to it. But how do we get to it? That's the question. But yeah, that little diamond-shaped thing with the stem on it up in your inventory up there, that is a key. And you bring it over to these things here, and you'll insert the key and open the door. And now we can pass. Now we're going to start encountering our first enemies. Look at the cool animation with the birds and everything. I'm actually a big fan of the aesthetics in this game. I really like that everything is pretty much just a solid color. It really gives off that weird sci-fi vibe. Here we go. We found that little card. Now that card I've had ever since the beginning of the game, even my other game, and I'm not really sure what it's actually used for yet. And that's part of this game as well. Is like, not only is exploration important in this game, but learning what your abilities do. They don't really give you tutorials. You have to kind of figure out all these different things. It might be one of the reasons why in my main game I might be a little bit lost, because I might have an ability that works a different way to get me through to, you know, the next area that I need to get to. And I'll show you an example of that coming up here. But I love this aesthetic here. Love the you know, planets and the moons in the background, the other you know, clouds and rocks and everything like that. Really digging that. And you can see they use like a foreground background thing here too. You can see in the foreground you got this rock that we fly through. I like that they do little things like that. Very cool. I know everybody watching is thinking like, geez, ArrrCee, you're impressed by the simple little things, you know, but, you know, I am. Little touches like that, little details really impress me. So these enemies are ones that jump at you. You can use your ability there to blow them up, and you could see it behind that rock right there, but they actually drop health for you to pick up in case you need it. So if they hit you, take off a little bit of health, no real worries there. You can just blow them up and take the health back. So we're going to... right there, boom. Grab the health. Now one of the things up here is one of the collectibles you can get. This is one of the collectibles I am not completely sure as to what it does just yet. But you see in the top you got the 0 out of 3. So if we collect this, we now have 1 out of 3. No idea what it does. I have a hunch that it extends your health, but I've only collected, I think, 2 sets of those, so I'm not completely sure. Now there's one other secret area we can hit here before we travel south, and that is up here to the right, so let's go and travel up there and explore a bit. One of the things I really wanted this character to have going around is I feel like he moves kind of slow. I really wish that he had some sort of a boost or boosters or something like that that would cart me around a bit faster. And when I get up to this little area here, you'll see why I feel that way. In we go. Alright, so this little puzzle here, you have to grab this blue flame and you have to hit all of the unlit torches or flame circles here and light every single one of them here. The first couple times I did this, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But I managed to somehow get through it. So let's see if I can do it again. You can hear the background, that little ticking. That gets faster and faster and faster. Will I make it? Yep, just barely made it. So I did that one before, and was able to get it. This is another collectible. I'm not quite sure what it does. It's a little nut that pops up right there, and I have no clue what it's actually helping. In my main game, I think I have about 10 or 11 of those, and still haven't figured it out. But yeah, if I had to guess, I think the top one extends your health. I'm not sure what the nuts do, though. So the secret to moving a little bit quicker with this guy is you gotta kind of master the curve. Like, if you move like this and you don't lose momentum, or if you can not lose a lot of momentum, then you'll keep your speed up and you'll move a bit faster. If you happen to be going straight forward like this and then you come to a dead stop and go back the other way, that's going to slow you down big time. So if you can somehow go up and do your thing and then curve around, go back this way, you won't lose momentum. You can see he's still keeping his speed. And that's how you're able to solve some of these little puzzles that pop up. There's one in the next area for my main game that's like this, and I have not been able to pass it yet because the areas in which the torches are very, very tight, and I haven't been able to master the art of lighting the torches just yet. But I'm banking on hopefully getting some kind of a booster or something like that. So one of the weird things about this game is it strangely feels casual but challenging at the same time. It definitely feels like one of those games where you could just sit back, relax, listen to the music, and play a bit. But there are some very hectic areas of this game. And some of the exploration, some of the ways you need to figure out how to use your abilities get a little bit... you know, they're a little bit smart. You got to use your brain. As casual as this game is, you come to find out, like, wow, I didn't even think about how to do that, and you just tried something and it worked. But in some areas, you know, you got like 10 enemies jumping at you at the same time while you're trying to do something, and it could be a little overwhelming. Another game that this game reminds me of is this game that came out on the Xbox 360 a long time ago. I believe it's on Steam too. I think I own it on Steam, and that's actually what I ended up playing it on. But back in the day, when Xbox used to do the Summer of Arcade, where they would release, like, you know, big digital hits on the 360. This is when digital gaming actually kind of started getting you know, its footing in the door. You know, Steam was always there, I think, around that time, but the Xbox 360 really brought it into light, and I don't know if a lot of people give the system the credit for that, especially with the use of Xbox Live Arcade, or Summer of Arcade, whatever they used to call it. But anyway, Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet was one of those games that had this kind of aesthetic. You had black surrounded all around, your character was black, and you played as a little flying saucer, a little spaceship, and it was another Metroidvania, and it was a ton of fun. It's one of those games I definitely want to return to at some point and play through again, because it's not very long, but it is a ton of fun. Now, you'll see we got another soul to collect here. This is going to give us another ability. Now, this is one of the abilities that I could not figure out before, because here, if you hit Y, you know that if you place it there, boom, that will blow up some rocks, right? Fair enough. Easy enough. See, you can see the enemies start getting a little bit more chunked around here. Knock that rock in there. So we gotta drop another bomb right there. So you come down to this creature down here, and this creature I was stuck on a little bit, believe it or not. I wasn't sure what to do with him, and you'll see why in a second. I'm gonna kill this little guy, and then I'll show you what I mean. But when you get close to him, oh man, he keeps kind of batting you away. He won't let you even near him, right? So what are you gonna do? Okay, well, I'm gonna hit Y, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Boom. You can hit those grenades that you lay into the creature. So when you lay a grenade, you end up getting like this little blue line. And when you lay one, if you use your other ability with it, the blue line just shows you where it's going to be aimed at. And it took me a little while to figure that out, believe it or not. I think when I was first starting this game, I was playing kind of late night. My brain was not sort of all together with me there. But I did eventually figure it out, and I thought it was really clever that they don't tell you what it can do. You kind of have to just figure it out. And a lot of times, you know, I'm not big up on that. Usually I like it when a game gives you at least a little bit of tutorial, kind of enough to, you know, get your footing. But for this game, it didn't really bother me because I think it was just like the surreal feeling from the exploration that kind of made it fun. And with the exploration tied in with your abilities as well, you know, you have to explore your abilities to find out what you're capable of. I thought that it was actually really clever. So I think it's something that if you play it, you're gonna, if you allow yourself to kind of figure it out on your own, it's gonna feel pretty rewarding. So far it has been for me. I haven't used a guide for anything like that, and even though I'm a little lost in my main game, I know I'm probably like 5, 10, 15 minutes away from figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing. And once I do figure it out, you know, it's just going to go from there, and it's going to feel really rewarding, you know. So here, this is pretty interesting. If you go down here, you can see we got some red goo here, which is bad. You can see it's draining my health quick. So we know it's lava or something. We got to stay away from that. So we remove those bricks there, and this will open up the way for us to go. Now, previously, if you actually go... it's going to crush me. Wow, I really thought it was going to crush me there for a second. There we go. And collect some health. But yeah, if you went to the right here first, you would see that there was no way over to this little area here, so there was nowhere for you to go. And we did collect a second one of those little nuts or whatever, but still not completely sure what they do. Oh, take these guys out. They can be really bothersome if you don't. They could jump pretty high. See this. And you will encounter all kinds of weird little enemies all through the game. You get those little circle guys that'll jump at you, but you also get these little, you know, flying things that'll come after you. They could be a little bit annoying. I believe we saw those a little bit earlier. These things so far have been my least favorite. And you'll see why. When you scoot by, they shoot down at you. If you time it right, you can actually hit them with your AoE attack. You could do a little bit of damage to them, take them out. But they're really quick. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm fast enough. My twitch reflexes are going on me as I get older. Oop, see that right there? I thought I was going to have that guy, and I did not. And he's already hit me twice. These are switches, so I hit that switch. You can see the gear down there is now turning. And that thing should be flying at me. Oh, see, it actually got me right there. Now these lava bits are actually going to throw up little balls at me to try to take me out. You can see one right there. And I am in desperate need of some health right now. Now this thing we can actually push, which is pretty cool. I push it from this end so that way I don't get smushed. There we go. There's some health for me to pick up right there. You can see that there is actually no way out of this one. We're going to be heading back where we came from already. Once we well, not already, but once we figure out what it is we got to do in this particular panel here. We got tight squeeze here with some enemies. There we go. Now you might be wondering why I don't just spam my attack on these guys when they show up. Well, there is actually a pause between using it. Every time, like if you were to sit there and just keep tapping B on the controller to use it, you would sit there and there'd be a big pause before he uses it the next time. It can be a little bit annoying when you're trying to take some dudes out really quick, you know? Oh, I want to get you. There we go. That guy immediately jumped at me. You could see we hit this switch. We got some more gears turning in the background. Probably opened something up for us to do. But we're going to keep going up. And you can see we found another secret item. And then I love this. It zooms out to kind of show you the horizon here, which I think is great. But you can also see down in the bottom left, there's a little nut that's just sort of spinning there out in the atmosphere. Have not been able to get to that one yet. Not sure how to get over to it just yet. But then again, you know, as I've said, I'm not really sure what the nuts do in the first place anyway, so not sure that I really need them. That's about the only thing I wish this game did have. Two things I wish it had. I wish it had, because this is our mini-map, which is definitely helpful. It's your mini-map and all of your abilities and everything. But at the same time, I wish the mini-map was a little bit more specific. I wish that it showed, you know, shapes and everything on the map. And it showed like how big it was and gave you an idea of like where you were going, how much you had to explore, that kind of thing. That might take a little something out of the game if that were the case. Oh, geez, I hate these guys. So maybe that's not, you know, too big a deal. I just noticed that I was lost in my main game a little bit, and I was just like, man, I wish there was just like a little bit of a clue. You know, something to help guide me just a little bit, you know. But the other thing is these collectibles that you pick up. I wish that there was something that would kind of tell you what they were doing. Because at the moment, it feels pretty ambiguous. There we go, we drained all the lava, so now we can head down that way. But it's pretty ambiguous as to what those collectibles do. You figure out what the key does. I'm pretty sure the weird circle things at the top are for your health upgrades. But I have no idea what the little blue and black nut things do. And that would be super helpful if I knew what those did. So that way if I saw one, I would know. Like these things right here. I know I mentioned it a few times, but still just no clue what they actually do. Oh, don't want to run into... I'm dead. So there you go. You witnessed a death. I was trying to avoid those guys flying at me. And ended up killing myself in the process. And because of that, we have to start from this area here. See if we can just scoot through here. I'd like to get through some of this area. Oh, wow. Wow, he just did some huge damage to me right there. That's what I get for rushing, I guess. So I probably got to go through all this again. So let that be a lesson to anybody out there watching. Don't be careless. Make sure you take your time when you're doing stuff in this game. There we go. It looks like... Oh, I need that health. I am about to die here, so I better grab that. There we go. And it looks like it saved my progress through here. I have to see if the lava is still... There we go. 2 takes care of them. There we go. Get rid of those annoying guys. Now, is the lava back, or is it still drained? I think it's drained. Okay, so saves your progress would put you all the way back at the entrance for some odd reason. That is weird. Weird choice. Alright, so I gotta avoid the lava, but somehow I gotta trigger these guys to, like, jump out at me. Oh! I think wow, I managed to not let that guy hit me. Not sure how I did that. So can I take this guy out before he flies? Doesn't look that way. He doesn't seem to want to fly out either, does he? Oh, there he goes. Okay, I missed him. There we go. That's what I meant to do the first time. But now we're looking okay. Here we go. Collect all kinds of health. Now we're looking good. Okay, we had a key up there, which we were definitely going to need. Well, we had a dude jumping out of the lava at us. So this whole room was just kind of guiding us around to grab that key and head back out so we could use it on the door. There we go, we hit another switch, and then this will open up and let us through, and we can go back to where we came. So there you go, not too bad. Died once. I think I must have died, you know, maybe once or twice playing that one before. In my main game. Let's see what this key does here. Let's go open up whatever door we need to find. We know that we need to go to the left, because we can see that we can go up or left, and we have not gone left yet. I believe I remember seeing a locked key door thing over here anyway. So down we go. Here we go. Open this door. Look at that. And here we go. Into the next area. Now we're in the lava area as we approach our objective. Don't get hit by the lava. It won't be good. We made it through. These guys are going to shoot more lava at us here. That's right, I remember this area. This was kind of a... Ugh. Those lava balls just like take so much health. I can't do anything about it. No! I almost hit that one too. Alright, so I gotta somehow get up here without getting hit. That's gonna be kind of difficult, I think. There we go. Take him out first. There's another guy there. Oops. That guy's going right through the bricks. I'd like to see if I can bomb them right through. Nope. Oh, wow, he hit my bomb. What a jerk. Right past him. Oh, wow, that worked out. Okay, we took him out. What was over here? Was there one of those nuts or something? I think that's what it was. Ugh, as he hits me. There we go. Okay. I better go get this health. I'm gonna need it. Zoom past. Can I go up here? No. Not a secret. Like I said, there are little secret areas though, so you gotta watch out for them. A lot of them are kind of guarded by like a flat surface. You know, you can kind of tell the surface is a little different than the rest of these surfaces here. All of the rocks and everything around here are pretty jagged, so when you find a real flat piece, you kind of look at it a little funny, like, what? There's no way it looks like that. Okay, so you can see going up here, we're going to need another key somehow. And we're going to grab this. Those things will refill your health, so they are pretty helpful. I wish enemies could kind of hit themselves as well. But it doesn't seem like they can. And let's see, where were we? We need just a few more. Yep, okay, that'll do it. Full health. I'll take it. Get this jerk. Ugh. See how much damage those lava balls do? Gotta go, like, rebuild my health again. I still am not at full after collecting 3 of them. These things do some damage. Oh, we got another spider guy here. Alright, so we gotta aim this perfectly. Boom! Got him. As he falls right into the lava. I'll take that, refill my health. Oh, we got another collectible here. So let's see here. This will be the ultimate test. We grab this. There's our health. It did expand the health. Okay, I'm glad I saw that. It expands it pretty well, doesn't it? Get away from the lava. Okay. Head through this area here. I will say, my first playthrough of this, I was also being a lot more careful than I am right now. My first playthrough, I was trying to dodge things much more than I am here. Here I'm trying to kind of zoom through and kind of give you all like a really good idea of what to expect from the game here. Try to show off as much as I can. I could be wrong here. This may be the first boss battle? Okay, perfect. I did want to show this off. So yes, this is the first boss battle. You can see you got some kind of a weird little plant creature over here. This battle can be a little challenging, so Let's see what we can do here. So this guy is going to throw little lava balls at you. You know, my favorite. Oop. He's going to keep throwing them. Now he should open his mouth at some point. There we go. You got to hit that with a grenade. Did I get it? No, I didn't make it in time. So we got to go through the first phase again. But you can see he's holding a key underneath him there. Oh, jeez, I'm terrible at this. Show it again. Let's do this. Come on. Oh my god. Nope, dead. See, if you get too close to him... Oh, that's right. You know, I'm doing this completely wrong. I'm doing exactly what I did the first time I played this. I'm doing it the exact wrong way. Let's try this one more time, shall we? There we go. We're up to full health. So what's going to happen here is this guy we're going to fight. You don't want to get close to his mouth, and you're not going to use your grenade on his mouth either. What you want to do is you're actually going to go over here, and these little bugs here, and this is part of the exploration and ability thing that I was talking about here. This little bug is going to follow you out because he wants to eat you. But if you get him close enough to when this guy opens his mouth, he's going to show this blue thing, and the bug will go right after him. And he'll spit out some health for you to collect, which is kind of nice. So now he's going to start the next phase. Whoa! And you want to get another bug out of here to get ready for the next part. Oh, big ones. Oh. Don't want to get hit. There we go. We haven't lost any health, so we're still doing okay here. We get this bug out right now. Might be a bit early, but we got to get him out anyway. Okay, yeah, this phase he spits out a lot of the lava balls here. Whoops. Okay, bug, come on. Get over there. There we go. So you see the music stops immediately. This is one of the parts I was confused about, though. The music stops immediately, and I was thinking, like, okay, do I have to run over here? And, like, I really didn't want to go through that fight again. But actually, this guy won't bug you anymore after you give him 3 bugs. I'm not sure why. But I thought he'd keel over or recede or something like that. But the music just stops and you're able to pick up your key. That's really all there is to it. But that is the first boss battle. And believe it or not, at 24% in has been the only boss battle that I've played in this game. The boss battles seem like they're going to be few and far between, but they're clever. It took me quite a few tries to figure out what exactly I was supposed to do here at this boss. I kind of just put it together in my head that I was like, you know, bugs like a bright light, and they're always going after me because of my bright eyes, so maybe that's what I need to do is bring him over to the plant. That turned out to be what I had to do. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool that it took me a little while to kind of figure out what I had to do there. And it was one of those things that I felt super satisfied with figuring out on my own, you know? Alright, we're going to go up and use the key on this area here. And then we will probably call it, because I think that is a really good showing of what this game is all about here. Watch out for the balls. Ugh, right in the head. Dude. See, this is where I need the boost. Like, every time they hit you, you get kind of knocked off track. There's nothing you could do. Kind of frustrating. Screw off. If I run through here, though, it should refill me. Cool. Then we will use the key right here. Boom. And we go right through and up into this area. Okay, this is going to be a great place to start because this will sort of be the... this is like the bridge between the first and second area here. You can see, like, this is where we ended up. We still haven't made it to our objective marker. I'm assuming the objective is where we need to eventually get by the end of the game. But when we go into this little portal that opened up here, look at this. A completely different looking atmosphere and sky and everything. You're actually traveling way over this way to get to another teleporter that's on the other side. And there are secrets and stuff within this mountain. But I'm gonna leave that stuff for you guys there. That's a really good look at about the first half hour of this game. Right here, I think this is a great place to call it. But there you go, everybody. That is Forma.8. I think it's a really cool little game. It's taking the Metroidvania formula and kind of turning it on its head just a little bit, doing something a little bit differently, playing as like a flying little robot guy, you know, with all these different abilities and stuff. And I'm really enjoying myself with it, so I definitely recommend checking it out. There you go, everybody. I will see you next time on GGRC. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out some of the other GGRC episodes. And if you're feeling a little retro, why not jump into the Quake Grave, where you can watch me play through a lot of different custom maps in Quake. Enjoy!